Manhwas have gained a lot of popularity in recent years, but there are still some hidden gems that often go unnoticed and have not received the attention they deserve. While these manhwas may not have the same level of hype as more popular titles, they are definitely worth reading and shouldn't be overlooked. So today I will be recommending you all top 10 underrated manhwa and manhwa that are worth checking out. So let's start a list.
But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Coming at number 10 we have Evolution Begins with a Big Tree. After the resurrection of spiritual energy, ordinary people started awakening superpowers and the world changed greatly. The protagonist was an ordinary human who had choked to death while drinking water and later opens his eyes only to find himself reincarnated in the body of a willow tree. Now he needs to find a way to get stronger and survive while being in constant danger from the evolved wild beasts. This is a pretty decent cultivation type manhwa with little to no cliche scenes. The protagonist is weak at the start and despite having a cheat system, he gets stronger very slowly. The side characters are well written but the action scenes are not that good. So if you're looking for a cultivation manhwa, then you can give this one a read. Coming at number 9 we have Astral Pet Store. Suping was an ordinary person who gets transmigrated to a world where one's position was determined by the strength of their astral pet. But unlike his talented sister, Suping was a bottom feeder who owned a small pet store at a side alley. But his life changes completely when he awakens the super pet system. Now he can train the pets of his customer and make them infinitely strong. Watch him as he uses his cheat to turn from a loser to an undefeatable overlord. At first, this manhwa seems like other cliche system manhwas, but it's way different than them. Its story starts off boring but gets better after a few chapters. The main character here is a badass who beats the ones that trash talk him. He's smart and pretends to be all-powerful to get what he wants. The side characters are funny and the expressions they make after seeing the main character's power is just hilarious. Coming at number 8 we have Estio. Estio was the youngest son of a farmer but no one in the village liked him as he was a child born with the ability to read and calm the hearts of people and animals. Everyone thought of him a cursed child and ridiculed him, but no one knew that he was actually a unique ability user. So after turning 19, he leaves his house on a journey to find happiness. The art of this manhwa is quite good and its story is also pretty decent. The protagonist is not strong but with his ability, he can easily stop a monster from attacking him. He has a very upright personality and thinks of saving others before himself. The side characters have very little depth to them, but that won't affect the story as it mainly resolves around the main character. Coming at number 7 we have Star Instructor Masterbaek. After learning the martial arts from the 4 imprisoned masters, the main character decides to fight against the demonic cult. But while fighting against them, he dies at the hands of the demonic cult's head, the Blood Demon. But a few decades after his death and destruction of the demonic cult, the main character gets reincarnated into the body of a martial arts teacher, Masterbaek. However, this time he decides to live a quiet and peaceful life while keeping his identity a secret. The art of this manhwa is pretty good and its story is also quite decent. The main character is weak at the start but he gets stronger using his previous life's knowledge. The characters are drawn beautifully and the fight scenes are also amazing. So if you're looking for a Murim World manhwa, then you should give this one a try. Coming at number 6 we have A Gate Opened on My First Day as a Politician. Han Seung-moon was a crippled man who gets elected as an assemblyman because his rival party was caught for violating election fund laws. He thought he was the luckiest man alive, until an enormous blue gate opened above Seoul, bringing chaotic monsters into Earth that even the military was powerless against. This is a very unique monster and hunter manhwa. Both its art and story is really good. The main character is very smart and plays the role of a leader in order to gain political power and protect the people of his country. The side characters are also very supportive and they help the main character whenever he is in difficult situation. So overall this is a really good monsters and hunter manhwa. Coming at number 5 we have Black Haze. After a mission gone wrong, the doubtful main character, Rude, is sent to a famous magic school. Helios is an undercover student. Here he must protect an important person's son who has been having a very bad time at the school. Little did he know that there had been a lot more going at the school than meets the eye. This manhwa is a great mix of action and comedy. Its story is very intriguing and although its art is average at the start, it gets much better after a few chapters. The characters are all well written and none of them feel out of place. Overall, this was a pretty good read and I'll recommend you to give it a try. Coming at number 4 we have The World is Money and Power. With the arrival of 3 members in general high schools, it transformed into a brain-fighting school that sought power by surrendering to massive capital. The protagonist Dan Jeon was the son of a politician who was framed of entering school using his father's personal connections. Later, he was transferred to a different school where brain games and gambling overtook studies. Both the art and story of this manhwa is quite good. The main character is a genius but keeps a low profile in order to properly implement his plan. He doesn't fear anyone and makes sure to put his enemies in their place. So if you like manhwas with smart MC, then make sure to give this one a try. Coming at number 3, we have Helper. Gwang Nam was a leader of a biker gang named Kilberus who dies and finds himself in the underworld with a black bracelet on his wrist. He soon learns that while one black bracelet means a ticket to hell, 100 black bracelets can be traded for a white bracelet which is ticket to reincarnation. Now he sets out on a quest to change his fate and find the truth behind his death. This manhwa is way different than any other manhwas you will ever read. Its art style might not be that good, but its storyline is incredible. All of its characters are great and most of them have a unique personality. And although it is filled with comedy scenes, its story sometimes turns really dark and dramatic. Coming at number 2, we have Vlad Almighty. Jeonji Kim was a delinquent who constantly fought in high school and later injures his leg permanently during a traffic accident. But even after this incident, he didn't change and still lived as a delinquent. However, everything changes when he mistreats an old beggar who was actually God in disguise. He gets cursed by the god and now he must complete missions and fulfill the wishes of a few selected people or he will go to hell. This is a very unique manhwa with good art and an amazing storyline. The main character acts like a thug at the beginning but slowly gets through character development as the story goes on. The side characters are also really well portrayed and they go through development alongside the main character. And although it has quite a few comedy scenes, the story sometimes turns a bit sad and emotional. Coming at number 1, we have Boss in School. The protagonist Seth Kang was a high schooler and also the chairman of a large company. He was a born fighter who was able to take down an adult when he was still a child, but he stops fighting due to his promise with his mother. However, things change when his father gets killed by someone unknown. Now he starts fighting once again in order to get revenge for his father. The art of this manhwa is good and its story is just incredible. The main character is super strong right from the start and gets even stronger as the story progresses. The development of the side characters is also amazing and they help the main character grow even further. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.